film is essentially Magnolia meets High School Musical. Don't act like you didn't just get an erection. Cock your guns if you must, but I was oddly looking forward to this movie. The trailer is pretty good. A lot of you guys know I'm a sucker for movies with interrelated characters, and I also love coming-of-age films. And I'm in high school, and I actually just had my school's prom last night. I know it's PG, I know it's Disney, but it's from the director of American Pie, The Naked Mile. So I thought maybe that was a hint that it would have a little more edge than most Disney movies. I was wrong. A lot of the film, unfortunately, is like this. Come on, man, ask her to prom. You have nothing to lose. Come on, dude, she won't go with me. I'm just not cool enough. Look at her, she's amazing. Come on, dude. I don't know, man. What if she says no? Well, you'll still have me as a friend. I guess you're right. It's cheesy, it's corny, it's as fluffy as cotton candy. It's not realistic. No one talks like this. They're depicting high school students here, but I don't think little kids ever talked like this at one point in their life. You don't need to have drugs, sex, and alcohol to make a high school movie. There are examples of this. But make it a little more realistic than this. High school students do not talk like 5-year-olds. The writing is pretty bad, the acting is pretty bad. The beginning of this movie was awful. I even texted Chris Stuckman, and I never text during movies. I had the epic urge to pull out my phone, go to Chris, and text Chris Stuckman saying, I'm actually seeing Prom, and it is awful. It was horrible. The movie was just awful. And then I started to like it. It's still very cheesy, it's still very unrealistic, it's still very, very corny, it's very, very cliched also. But it's charming, it's harmless, it's good for the target audience. When I say target audience, the target audience I don't think is high school students, to be honest. Younger girls are gonna like it. It's a sweet movie, it really is. The characters eventually do get pretty likable. The performances aren't the best, especially in the beginning, but I do think overall everything got a bit better, including the writing. Some good writing, especially, the misunderstood bad boy. He has some good lines. There is some funny stuff. It's not much of a comedy. They don't try to make it much of a comedy, except a few characters. I did end up liking this movie, and it is because basically it just eventually gained this really likable, charming, fun quality to where I was interested in some of the storylines. They are very cliched, but the film really did not bore me at all. Yes, they are just characters of high school students. The misunderstood bad boy who's just a horrible person in people's eyes because he has long hair and he drives a motorcycle. It's perfect, honor roll, going to a college but doesn't have a date although she's hot. Quirky young kid who needs to gain the balls and tell this girl that he has a thing for her. A jock who's cheating on his girlfriend. Except in this movie, the jock isn't football. It's lacrosse. Yes, that's how realistic this movie is for high school. The school jock is on the lacrosse team. The varsity lacrosse team, as you know, schools have reserve JV and varsity for lacrosse. If you're a junior in high school, I can say that high school would be pretty easy if it was like this movie. But it's not. I can pick on that just because it should be realistic high school. Movies like High School Musical don't need to be realistic because they're like musicals, and this movie is essentially High School Musical without the song and dance. And I like High School Musical 1 and 3, in case you guys didn't know. Yeah, I'm gay. Not really though, but I think they're good movies. I think this is a pretty good movie. It has so many flaws, I don't even have time to talk about them. The writing and acting, oh god, they're just so bad sometimes. And I'm not really a huge fan of little kids finally gaining the courage to tell a girl that he likes her, and then he ends up saying that he loves her, and basically he can't live without her. Some really funny moments, a lot of charm, a lot of wit. Eventually, it starts off horribly, I can't stress that enough. The acting and writing aren't consistently better throughout the film, but there are tastes of much better areas in that area. Prom is nothing special. Like I said, I was just at prom last night. Prom itself was actually really, really lame. Dinner before prom was fun. Post-prom was really cool because I got hypnotized and did a bunch of stupid stuff, apparently. Hypnotism's real, I can't stress that enough. It was so weird. Should you see Prom? I don't know. It's definitely for a certain audience, but I can say that I liked it. If you look past those flaws, you might like it too. But I'm just a sucker for some of the things that are in this movie. I have a heart, I'm just looking, oh, it's so sweet, this is really genuine, this is really sincere, I'm loving this. And also there's indie music eventually. Can't hate a movie with indie music. So it's as soft as a recently fluffed pillow. It's not realistic really at all to what high schoolers are like or to what high school really is. In terms of a Disney movie revolved around prom, I think it accomplishes what it tried to do. Yes, it could have definitely been more realistic and had a lot better writing or acting. But hey, like I've said many times in this review, I enjoyed it. It's charming, likable, and you know, it's a Disney movie about prom. What do you want? But yeah, I know I'm a homosexual, but I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Take precaution, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, alright, cool, this is awesome. Alright, cool, yeah. Whoa, awesome. Toilet! There's a toilet in here!